Hello everybody, what's up, what's going on? This is yours truly, Shane Hart Spencer, aka Romeo's Not Dead, Carsane 23, and, well, I was thinking of a movie today, and I was thinking of a movie of my life, and how that might go. And I always thought of my life kind of like Star Wars, like it's a saga, like it's got, kind of like it's flashbacks where you know you you're in these three movies of your life, which is literally like the future of what you become. And then so you're creating from like where you are in the future, what you are, and then you flashbacking to how it started. I kind of see it like that, but I see it in lots of different ways, and that's because I've watched a lot of different movies. But The Matrix and Star Wars and Rocky and just films like that, who kind of have a saga of films that go over all the details of the life of the characters. Like my life, I always kind of see this Adam Sandler-ish kind of person, where you know how in Adam Sandler's movie, like Happy Gilmore, or I think it's Happy Gilmore. No, the one where he plays hockey, Billy Madison. I don't know. I get him confused sometimes. I think the one he's playing hockey in anyway. And now I'm trying to remember what the thought was. Why am I Adam Sandler-ish? And what is that film? What is it in that film that I feel makes me Adam Sandler-ish? Well, okay. Like at first in the movie, it shows you these little clips of like his personality. And he's always got like a stick in between his legs or something. And he's always making like these certain jokes or whatever. But I don't necessarily see my life like that, but I see my life in that sense, kind of where we go to the past Shane, or the beginning of Shane, and we see Shane as a boy that is really concerned with love, and nobody else is as concerned with love as this little Aquarius guy. And even, like, I remember my grandpa saying, if you get a decent haircut, which I had a double V shaved in the back of my head for Verbally Vicious, which was a rap band I wanted to start, but it was only me. It was just an idea, but I liked it. And he told me if you get a decent haircut, there'll be some money in it for you. And I felt bribed, and I felt unloved, and I felt unaccepted. And I asked my grandpa, so why can't you just accept me for who I am? And of course I get the lecture on, you can't get jobs like that, you can't, whatever. And which is kind of cool, because these days, Grandpa, people got jobs with their hair cut like that. So anyway, you can go to T-Mobile, see people with, mohawks. So I kind of see this kid that was very loving and wanted love, and only lashed out because he felt love was more important. Other people didn't. And when people didn't make him important with love or whatever, he felt a lack of attention, so on. So he started, using his talents that he had learned through life, which was always dancing and drawing and just acting out, being silly and funny and stuff. So he continued to do that, and then he started, like around high school, I wrote my first poem on a dresser, and then I started writing poetry to like a girl that I, thought was really pretty, and I wanted to, express my heart's feelings, like when I saw her, kind of deal and stuff. And I always did those kind of things. I was always the Romeo, so that's kind of like, my name, Romeo's Not Dead. So it's all a culmination of that and love and stuff, and the battle, through my life, realizing that love isn't very important to people. I mean, it's important on an organized level. Like, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to do this and you got to do that. But it gets so businessy with it. It gets so, distracted from family and from friends and from everything else, and you become this robot. And I think Aquarius, you know, thought love was more important because literally, I mean, these days there's a lot of depressed people. A lot of people are messed up because parents never paid attention to them. I just think that's important that we have love and that love is spread and that, things are overlooked when you have an opinion over people, things like that. But in my movie, I kind of see it like that. But then there are all these other aspects of me that I fit into other movie ideas. Like, I don't know if I can. This is only 5 minutes. I'm gonna make sure this is under 15 minutes. I want to fit it on the YouTube I use on my stepdad's phone because for some reason, no matter what I go through, it won't allow me to log in with my Carsane 23 account. So whichever, but like the culmination of things about me. I'm like a Star Wars kid. I always had guns, not real guns. I had a few real guns. I had a, 22 and stuff like that, whatever. But I always had toy guns, and I always had toys. And another part of me in these movies, of me, my life would be, a kind of kid who's like always wants to be part of something and help people, but is always like my dad's always get out of here, go play in your room, or don't touch my tools, don't. I always felt like when I was older, looking back at it, like I'm this artsy, silly, funny person, and he's just don't want this artsy, fancy, silly person messing with his manly things, his, whatever, his tools and things like that. So there's certain things in life I don't really like to do. Like if I'm inspired to do something to my room or my place, I could become inspired to do things, but a lot of times helping other men or working with other men, I don't know, unless they're fun, unless they're the kind of friend, the kind of dad you wished you had when you went over to a friend's house and then their dad played video games with you and shit and was fun, but anyway, and that's also part of something. And that's another thing I believe too with movies is that all the things that you are. And I did listen to Rocky earlier, just in case Sylvester Stallone ends up watching this for some reason. I did get inspired to make this because of something he posted today on movies and his writing and stuff. And like movie ideas I had was Fake Toy Gun. And I thought that would be a cool movie for, kids and adults, fun action comedy, and I thought of Keanu Reeves, I thought of Jim Carrey, I wish Robin Williams was around. Just like older men that were like comedians or actors and stuff or whatever that I could see myself, like if I imagined them as friends and we were kids and we played, and then as grown-ups and stuff like that, where, all right, here's the idea of the fake toy gun. It's like, kind of like, I just had like templates that I think of, and this is a template that I think of, half-baked. Because I always know, for some reason, the thing I get about movies is first, it starts out, you get to know the person a bit. And then a problem occurs. And then you go to solve the problem in the movie. And then at the end, the victory of solving it. And it's that. So I have this idea of fake toy guns, kind of like half-baked, where, just bear with me. They're, at the beginning of the movie, it's just about me. You get to know a little history about me, kind of like I was saying about the Adam Sandler movie, like clips of being young or whatever, just a history. And you just see me playing with toy guns and stuff, and I always had to have my toy guns, and I'd cry in the store, until if Dad wasn't there. and I couldn't have the cap gun, the silver cap gun. I kind of think of Carson as the silver cap gun in this sense, because like it was either toys or a girl or the love of others with me. So in this sense, as a grown-up man, the whole Carson thing, I believe, is my cap gun. And the cap gun was just me wanting something, and I realized this. I'll tell you a little story a little bit later. But I would cry my ass off to get that friggin' cap gun, and I know I got it that one time. I cried my ass off to get it, and it wasn't a plan to cry. I just really wanted something. Okay, here's the little story that I have that goes with that. I'm gonna try to keep on track, but I just do that. Okay, so I was in Walmart, and this lady had her kid, and obviously she gave the kid a toy, or he picked up a toy, and it kept him cool throughout the store. And then at the end, she's got to take it away from him, and he's throwing a fit. And I'm like, ma'am, may I say something? Do you understand English? She's like, "But keep it." I was like, you have to speak to his heart. And what I mean by that is, they really just want your attention. They want things because you teach them. When you hang out with things and you take time away from your kids or whatever, you're teaching them that they need things. What they really need is you and your attention and your input and everything. And if you just said to the kid, "Look, honey, we can't afford this, but I know you like this, and you have a birthday or something coming up soon, or Christmas, or even Easter, or even just a moment where mommy might be like, oh, he wanted that, I'm at the store, I got enough money for it, I pick it up for you, get a little surprise. But we can't afford it today, we need the money to get the food for dinner." Now that is speaking to his heart, because his heart wants to know why he can't have that thing to be happy, in which you taught him all the things that make you happy. When you're not spending time with him or your kids, and you're spending it with things, and you're not incorporating them, their heart's language wants something to do with you, wants to know you, wants you to talk to him, wants you to speak to him, explain things to him, play with them, joke with them. So that's kind of what I mean by that. It's my heart needed something, and anytime that I cry out for a toy, or was upset about something, or whatever, it was always about me just needing it. So, I have things like that in the movie being a lesson to people, kind of like Jim Carrey did Cable Guy, and at the end it's like, "Read, motherfucker!" I don't like reading, but still a good movie, and it was made sense, because it made sense because we all grew up on TV. They're like, our parents will let the TV deal with the kid rather than them dealing with us, and them go, "Okay, we don't know how to fix the kid. We're just gonna go make money. Y'all take care of yourself. We're leaving." Whatever, but I just wanted to make a little video on my ideas on movies, how I think about movies, what I think about a movie about myself and my life. And of course, I have thought a million times about how many scenarios, like different movies, could be made on just the idea of me and Carson, like getting together and like, however we do it, however it happens, however she finally comes to me, that's one way. But I'm sure there are scenarios in my mind and her mind of cool ways that we could have did it. And then just think, we could replay those. We're YouTubers. We like doing things on YouTube channel and stuff, and that would be something cool that we could do. We could, replay meeting each other in different ways, and then, think about a movie idea around it or something. And, so that's my video, and thank you, Sylvester Stallone, for inspiring me on an idea. And, I just felt like I was kind of pulled to that video, and what he had to say in his video was, it was smart. It was common sense. It made sense to me, and my brain just started thinking of, what would my movie be like if I wanted to make it the way I wanted, Anyway, and maybe I've inspired you all in different ways that you can think. And here's a little small tidbit I thought a long time ago. If I wanted to have a movie where, in that part, this is when I missed my daughter for like 3 months or something, and I was crying and shit and drinking and stuff and pissed off that my ex was just being, so difficult. And, she literally wanted me to go to court and fight her for it. And because I wouldn't, which she had no reason for doing it, and because I wouldn't, she was mad at me because I wouldn't fight. And I was like, I'm not freaking doing something if there's no sense in doing it. I didn't do anything, and friggin' it doesn't, anyway, whatever. I forgot where I was going. I got off track. But, the idea was, like, if you wanted to, like, make a scene where you come home and you stay up all night drinking because you're sad about a situation that has to do with, and I thought about the movie name would be just like, all he wants is his kid. All he wants is to spend time with his kid. Something like that. Something that has to do with, all I want is my kid. Like, that would be the title of the movie. Or all I want, just something along those lines. It just means, I don't get time with my kid. My wife's a bitch, and this is my movie. And no offense, I don't like to say the B word. If I ever say it in a movie or a rap or whatever, I'm just being entertaining, and I'm using it in the sense of the word, but I never really mean it, derogatory towards any woman whatsoever. You're all beautiful, and I don't like calling derogatory names over women, even if, you or anybody else, claims yourself as that, whatever. I don't claim that. But anyway, what I was saying is, like, how long of a segment would it be in that movie to make it feel like he spent the whole night? And I think that it would be a percentage or a fraction. It would have to be a fraction of, because, like, how long you want the movie to be? Hour and a half, 2 hours. Hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Okay, so how many days does this movie, span over, and things like that? You might have, the whole night bit only be like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or less than that. You might just have little clips of, like, different positions, different angles of the person, like, a minute of you at the beginning of the night starting a drink, a minute of, it looking like it's been a couple hours, or even put on the screen 2 hours later, another minute, and, like, 5 hours later, and you're totally wasted and whatever and stuff. Just like, that's just my little tip. Like, when you think about your movie, you think about how long you want it to be, and how long you would need the moment to be, to make them believe that you spent the whole night, when you only have a few minutes to express that in the movie. Something like that. Anyway, this is Shane, and I gotta go, and I don't know if this video will go up because it's over the mountain and I can't get logged onto my other video, and I don't know if I could put this whole video on Instagram or not. We'll have to see. Alright, everybody, have a great and wonderful day.